I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about Guru Angad Sahib. It's his Guru Gaddi Gurpurab this week, and I thought I would relate it to Harinder Singh Academy in terms of how it's relevant to us, to all the students here, all the teachers, and all the parents who are here. So, there are three things I want to focus on the life of Guru Angad Sahib. He had his own journey. He wasn't a guru, he wasn't born as a guru. He came in the company of Guru Nanak, he learned certain things, and then eventually he became so excellent what he did that Guru Nanak Sahib chose him as a successor. So what were three things? Let me pick top three things that he focused on. So first thing he focused on was, which he eventually made an institution out of, is learning the language. What we are learning in your classes, what we call Gurmukhi script. Imagine today when you go to regular schools, if you didn't know the language. You can't talk, you can't write, you cannot communicate, you can't even create your own Facebook or Twitter messages, right? And we are trying to create those messages from LOL to whatever else we do. Imagine now creating a language, a script rather, which helps people understand who are from various backgrounds, various religions, they're from various languages also. He ends up becoming so good at it that he creates a new script. And that's what we are learning today. And why do we need to learn? Because one of the first way you become independent is when you start doing things on your own. And that's the reason we learn languages. So you can learn on your own, you're not dependent on anyone, that's how you become independent. He did that for people of South Asia, what we now call India and other countries. Now imagine that he became so good at it that he created not a language which only kids understood, or only parents understood, or only religious people understood, but he said, let's educate everyone. And that's why we want to and we should be learning Gurmukhi script so we can understand the messages, not just of Guru Granth Sahib, but to mentally become strong. Second thing I want to focus on is, some of you know that already, that he started akhadas. Akhadas will be like having gyms in school, in Gurdwaras today. Now, why you will be wondering that which religious personality actually creates gyms? And this is Guru Angad for you, because you hear the phrase, it's all about mind and body, sound mind equals sound body, that kind of idea. He really started a akhada system, which essentially was that you have to be physically strong. Because if you're only mentally strong, and some of you are mentally strong, some of you are physically strong, but if you're only mentally strong and you're not physically strong, people will bully you, people will scare you. If you're only physically strong and you're not mentally strong, you won't know how to make a right decision, then you might become a bully. So what he's doing is he's saying you got to be very, very physically strong as well. Why? Because if you're not strong, whether it's you want to play sports, or whether you want to join law enforcement, or whether you want to fight for people's rights, people are not going to take you seriously if you're not strong. So he's working to create, I'll take your question in a minute, he's working to create mental strength, which is learning the language. That's one way to do it. And second is he's making us physically strong. So imagine if all our gurdwaras actually had gyms in them. This is why once a week to once a day, whatever works for you, think about you're making your body more strong, physically becoming strong. And the third thing I want to focus on for the adults who are sitting here, we talk about the sevais of three kinds, tano, mano, and tano, from your mind, from your body, and from your money. So how are you going to make large amounts of money? He's creating systems for that, and he started a new city. And and there's a reference from Guru Granth Sahib where it says, Fer Vasaya, Feruan. Feruan is the son of Feru, Satgur Khadur. Khadur is the name of the city. You are making new cities because you need to have a lot of money available to you to start beautiful things in life. So this is how you do seva in the three ways. You got to start doing some businesses where you are utilizing your mind and utilizing your strength to create proper economic systems so you have enough money to do good in life. Right now we can't even do good for ourselves, we're struggling. But imagine if you had enough to do good for everyone. And that's what he was after. So those are the three things. And how did he do it? Quickly, first thing in Guru Granth Sahib it says, the way he was able to become mentally strong and start institutions like Gurmukhi script, and physically strong and start institutions like akhadas or gyms, and to start institutions like building new cities. How did he do it? Two ways. Number one thing in Guru Granth Sahib is he brought good qualities in him. Dayagun is the phrase that when Guru Nanak made him the Guru, why? Because he had divine qualities. So you got to make yourself divine, which means have great qualities. And second is, he hung out with the right people. He utilized the best people around him. In his case, his wife. Mata Kiwi ji, all of you know? That's his wife. And so she became an equal partner in running the institutions which Guru Nanak planned and Guru Angad developed. So his wife was an equal partner in everything he did. So this is what you got to do. Find your siblings, your parents, your spouses who are equal partners in starting great things. So this is, hopefully it helps you figure out three things: why you need to learn Gurbani, Gurmukhi script, why you need to be physically strong, because when you are mentally and physically strong, then you can actually create wealth which will benefit everyone. Otherwise, you are maybe creating wealth just for yourself, not for the public good, or what we call for Sarbat Da Bhala. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. There was one question.
Isn't being mentally and physically strong like Miri Piri?
It is something like Miri Piri. You are absolutely right. Because Miri Piri then becomes an institution, but this is a practical way of doing it, right? So one thing Guru Angad did was, he said we all need to learn the language. Because those of you who learn to read, you're reading your own books, you're doing your own searches on internets, right? Because it makes you free. That you're not going to be asking somebody, you can learn on your own. And when you're physically strong, which is what all of us should be becoming as well, not like me who have, TED coming out, and then that's one way that when you're mentally and physically strong, you can actually create great wealth. It's absolutely like Miri Piri. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki